We do this every time we get together because it's easy content and we don't want to work for our money.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Are pretty balanced? Cool.
What's up, guys? JayzTwoCents here, and every time Jerry and I get together, we started this back like in February of 2015. Was it 15?
It's been a while, bro.
Something like that. Anyway, June of 2014 is when we started this, when he came to visit me, where we do a Q&A with you guys. Basically, you guys ask a question on Twitter, we read the funny ones, and then we just kind of have some fun with it.
And the not so funny ones.
Yeah, sometimes they get a little depressing.
Most of the time, actually.
The new Z170 classified motherboard from EVGA features 8-phase PWM, 4-way SLI support, along with top-notch components to offer gamers and enthusiasts more of what they want. A badass motherboard with no compromises. Click the link below to learn more. So here's what we're gonna do. We do this in two parts, where we kind of do some of them over here in my channel, and then if you want to see some more of this, you head on over to Jerry's channel. Link is in the description. And but you guys will get the good ones here on this channel. This is the better channel.
Yeah, so we have a question from Scotty, or at ScottyTheTech2. He said, would you let guests join Tech Talk? Because I'm a fan of the podcast. Could I join Tech Talk sometimes?
Yeah, for the low price of $1,000.
I'm cool with that. Do I get any of it this time, or do you still keep it all?
Well, right now you should be paying me $1,000.
I don't get the logic.
All right, so this one's asked by SYRez. Say Sirius. Oh, Sirius.
Oh, Sirius.
Okay,
okay.
Sirius. SYR. Sirius on Twitter. He says, how salty are you, Jerry, that Jay is verified on Twitter and doesn't care, but you really want it, and they won't give it to you?
I am incredibly salty. Actually, I'm incredibly salty because I was even promised verification on Twitter.
There are no promises on the internet.
I learned that the hard way.
The internet has nothing but broken promises and failed hopes and dreams.
I'm very salty. I'm almost thinking that it's like a fat shaming level issue at this point.
Every time you hit them up going, hey, where's my check mark? I hit them up after you and be like, don't give him his check mark. Don't give him his check mark.
And obviously you're winning. Hold on.
About the cars?
Gotta adjust my balls. All right, you can leave that in. So the next question we have is from Revo side. What is the worst thing you've ever done to your cars?
This might take a while.
Well, that's the rest of the episode right there.
Okay, you want me to answer first,
for
then
it.
you tell yours? Because yours is kind of recent. I think I know where you're going to go with this.
Yeah, I don't know. There's quite a few bad ones.
Okay.
I'll think about it. You go ahead.
So actually, it was my dad's 1989 Cadillac Sedan DeVille. And I was in high school, got to borrow the car, thought I was kind of like the shit, right? Yeah, I'm rolling in a caddy, right?
Sure.
Take some friends home, and I go to do a burnout. Right? And I'm like, okay, the car could do a burnout, a 4.5 liter V8, did a burnout. I thought it would be cool to do the burnout, and when I went to do the burnout, somehow I went to go into neutral, right? And I was gonna do a neutral jump, neutral drop on it, in an automatic, by the way. I was gonna put it in neutral, rev it, and just put it into gear. But I got a little bit, sometimes you get a little overexcited.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna show off for your friends. I accidentally revved it, and then shoved it into reverse.
Oh, dude.
Just to see the noises that the transmission made. They were terrifying. So anyway, realizing I had put it into reverse, was like, oh crap, still forgot to take my foot off of the gas, went from reverse straight to first. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Well, the worst thing I think I've ever done, and this is a long list, I could actually make an entire video on the worst things I've ever done in my car, but the one that probably like freaked me out the most and screwed me over the most would be my 2001 Toyota Corolla, which I thought was a good idea to turbocharge. And I knew nothing about turbocharging, which qualified.
Was it an eBay turbo kit?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
This was actually not a turbo kit at all. We
redeemed.
We started by buying a turbo kit, but then we found out nothing fit because it wasn't for my car. So then I MIG welded my own manifold. I made my own downpipe, and trust me, it looked like it too. It was like all cannibalized, and I didn't grind down any of the welds, and it leaked like crazy. But long story short, I took it out and raced a Honda S2000 with it, and kept cranking the boost up until I got to 14 pounds, and the engine absolutely grenaded at about 120 miles an hour. Oil blew everywhere, up over the windshield, down under the car, antifreeze, 1,000 feet behind me, and I pulled to the side of the road, and a cop immediately pulled in right behind me and asked me if anything was wrong.
No, sir, that's a feature.
I literally just had to play stupid through the whole thing. I'm like, I don't know what happened. And they called a tow truck for me. And then the tow truck driver the entire home read me the riot act about how stupid I was for being a little ricer and turbocharging that car.
He was right. This one comes from Dan Robards on Twitter, and he says, Jerry, is it true that you were laid off by Microsoft?
No, I was fired. No, I'm just kidding.
The real truth finally comes out.
No, it's funny because everybody keeps saying I was fired. No, I wasn't fired. What happened was Microsoft laid off the entire test division for Windows. I was inside of that division, so I got laid off. All my peers got laid off except for people that were here on a visa. And my boss got laid off, and even his boss got laid off. So it was like an entire division in one day. So, and the difference between being laid off and fired is they basically gave me a severance package and told me to go home.
Tyler Barron says, who do you think can outdrink the other?
Ooh.
There's a difference between outdrink and hold your liquor.
That's true. I think I could actually outdrink Jay, but
I'm a huge lightweight.
I'd be unconscious.
You just like to lace all your alcohol with drugs.
Pretty much.
I'm a bit of a lightweight. I don't hold my alcohol very well, so it doesn't take much to get me there, and it doesn't take much to get me there. But man, when I'm there, am I a wet girl?
You can put it down pretty good though. Last drunk talk, hint. Link in the video description probably.
Maybe yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. So World of Wayne, actually at World of Wayne UK says, "What do your wives think of all your antics?" I'm gonna let you take this one.
You know what's funny is when we get together, whether it be me his place or him here, they tend to disappear. Jerry's wife isn't here right now, but my wife is pretty tolerant. She's had 16 years of being used to me, and she's pretty used to the craziness that comes out when I get around my friends. But she's a great caretaker in those instances, especially when she has to hold my hair back when I'm throwing up in the toilet.
I would have to say that my wife is very much the same. She knew what she was getting into when she married with me, and here we are 12 years later.
This is how you know you have a keeper, is when they can see the antics and still want to be around you.
Yeah, she's questioning the whole marrying me thing, but she hasn't gone against it yet, so this is progress.
This one comes from Miles Robert on Twitter. He says, would you guys ever live in the same house, or could you stand to live together or be nabbers? He means neighbors, I think. Nabbers. Be nabbers.
I'd love to be your nabbers.
You nabbed me last night, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll nab you, bro.
Wait a minute, I should cut that out.
No, don't.
Okay. I think we could live together, because I think both of us have a pretty good idea of when we're getting on the other's nerves and know when to back off just a little bit. Not too much. Just a little bit.
We've actually gone through all the phases together. It's like a married couple. Really, we have. We've fought, we've recovered. We've probably held each other's hair while puking. We've taken each other probably to bed.
You carried me downstairs.
After being drunk. Yeah, exactly. I pretty much. You would not have made it downstairs alive if it wasn't for me.
Yeah, we were at PDX and you didn't feel good. I left the group to go and hang out with you, watch TV at 1 a.m.
Yep. And we're always bitching about like supporting each other in the YouTube thing. And yeah, we're like an old married couple. Which means we absolutely should not live together ever under any circumstance.
We'd get a divorce guaranteed.
It would be, yeah. And I'd take everything.
You can have 50% of nothing.
So the next and last question we're going to take is from Akil. Actually, the Akil Aurora.
Wow. Good. It sounds like royalty.
That's royalty right there. So he asks, are you guys ever jealous of each other's setup?
You know, I used to be pretty jealous of the room space that Jerry had, how big his room was, and how big his monitors were, and just was kind of envious of like, man, I've got to make all this work in this tiny little room. But this year, I'm not so jealous of the space this guy has.
I think that's where the jealousy kind of turned a little.
Especially since you're here right now.
Yeah, the truth is I was never really jealous in the beginning of Jay's setup. I was jealous more of his abilities, his editing abilities, his lighting abilities. I mean, we've got like
bike riding abilities.
10 times, okay. His weight losing abilities. I guess we could go on for hours about this. But now that's changed. Jay's effective use of space and how organized he is and how everything is set up so that he can actually get in, do his job and get out, versus me where it's like climbing over stuff and trying to find cables every 5 seconds. I am absolutely 100% jealous of this, which means I need to get my ass in gear. And,
he hasn't even been in the shop yet. I haven't even been in
the shop. Yeah, I've still got more to see.
Hey, I lived that lifestyle, man. You've been to the other house where the hallway was storage and the living room was storage, and yeah, I mean, I had to make everything work on this entire channel in an 8-foot by 9-foot room.
And let's be honest, we flip-flopped a lot throughout this whole YouTube career. Like there was times where you were ahead, there was times where I was ahead, whether it be viewers, subscribers, all over the place. We're unofficially competitive.
You know what I think has helped all of that? Is since you and I have started, people have come up from the rear and passed us big time since we've started. Kind of like, see you guys, and they're better than us.
That's true. And we try to get our meat hooks into them as fast as possible so we can pull the whole UOS card later on. At least that's what I'm doing. Are you doing that too?
No, but I'll always remember that we were the one that actually gave what's her face her start.
Oh, you mean Simone?
Simone
Yurt?
Simone Guts. Gertz.
Is he? I thought it was Yutz.
Yutz.
We're probably butchering the hell out of this thing. But Simone, we're hella proud of you. She is now the co-host on Tested, opposite of Norm Chan, and does a lot of projects and stuff.
Arduino just tweeted her out today.
Dude, everybody. She's been like on everything. She did the breakfast machine and a lot of the robot stuff. We're incredibly proud of her, and it was awesome because we were like the first.
We were the first show that she came on.
She was on Tech
She had like 200, or no, she had like 3,000 or 4,000 subs.
Dude, she blew up. Absolutely blew up. So I would say that's one of my prouder moments. Like, yeah, we're gonna.
Every now and then, when we help someone out that turns out to actually be good for the community, I'm like, you know what?
Yep.
I'm okay that I was a rung in that ladder.
Yep. So Simone, when we're both failing horribly, we will shamefully come.
When she's the new main host of MythBusters Reloaded.
MythBusters Reloaded. Would you consider us? Like, I'll even be like Jesse, where I'm only on like 3 shows.
I'll be a key grip. I'll just hold the mic.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm not above craft services. Come at us.
You gotta leave some food for the actors, man.
Oh, fat jokes. The whole time I've been here, it's been one constant fat joke, and I'm getting sick of it.
Hey, the 30-piece was my idea.
It was.
All right, guys. Well, hey, if you wanted more of these questions and you're like, oh, no, it's over already, head on over to his channel.
What is my channel? Do you remember?
It's at Barnacles Nerdgasm, right?
No. It's at Barnacles1, but just go to barnnerd.com.
Barnerd.com.
Yeah.
Now, he's going to actually get his half up sooner than the month and a half it took him last time I teased you all to get over there.
I did too.
So by the time this video's up, you could probably expect the second half to be up, let's say tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to edit this stuff right after Tech Talk.
When I say tomorrow. Today's Thursday. We recorded this Thursday before Tech Talk. You guys are going to see my half Friday and probably his half also Friday.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you guys shouldn't go over there right now and see it. We'll launch them at the same time.
Yeah, so if you go watch Tech Talk, technically we're going to be wearing the same clothing. It's going to be weird.
We don't change clothes.
Never.
We go outside, we sweat, and then we just keep them on.
Mm-hmm. Well, when we do put shirts on.
That explains the smell.
I smell good.